Good morning, everybody. Nate Eaton here. We are outside the Candlewood Suites on at the corner of South Capitol and Pancheri, 17th Street, if you're familiar with Idaho Falls. There was an officer-involved shooting early this morning, and I want to show you kind of around the scene. If you're trying to get to work this morning, there are several streets closed in the area that you will want to avoid. Mainly the big one being the intersection of Pancheri and Yellowstone, 17th Street. That whole area is blocked off at the moment, and you'll need to find a detour. Let me show you just how extensive this scene is. So this is the Candlewood Suites. You can see that, let me try to get focused here. There we go. Okay, this is Pancheri. And the road is closed right here at Capitol. So if you're coming to go into Idaho Falls, down 17th Street, you're going to be diverted down this street. And then if we walk over here, I'm not going to cross the police tape line, obviously, but that is the intersection of 17th, Pancheri, and Yellowstone. And you can see, I'll try to zoom in here, no traffic is going through that intersection either. Now, here's what we're told happened from Idaho State Police. They tried to initiate a traffic stop down this way around 1 o'clock this morning. The trooper from Idaho State Police called for backup from Idaho Falls Police. They then say that a male passenger in the car started firing at them. A foot pursuit then started. The officers followed this man. Gunshots were exchanged between the officers, or at least the officers fired from what we're told, and the man was killed. And this whole, it obviously has led to an extensive scene here in Idaho Falls in front of the Candlewood Suites. We don't know the man's name. We do know is that the Critical Incident Task Force is investigating this incident, and the Bingham County prosecutor is leading it. So what'll happen is after they do all of their investigating, after everything's taken care of, the prosecutor will review it and determine if the officers were in the right, or if there were violations or protocol that was broken. Again, if you're just tuning in, there is a major incident underway in Idaho Falls. I see the Idaho Falls Police are here. Idaho State Police are here. They're outside the Candlewood Suites. Several officers, marked units and unmarked units, are here at the hotel. This all started early this morning around 1 o'clock when an Idaho State Police trooper initiated a traffic stop due to a violation. There was some sort of a violation, a law that was broken. The ISP trooper called for backup from Idaho Falls Police. They then say that a man in his young 30s, I believe 34, I don't have it right in front of me, I believe it was 34, started firing a gun at them. A foot pursuit then continued over here to this car dealership on the corner of Yellowstone and Pancheri. That's why there's multiple police here and multiple police at the hotel. Not sure how the hotel plays into it at this moment. They have not released how the hotel plays into it. But this entire area is shut down by, down by 17th Street and Rolandette. That's the name of that street. If you get down to Rolandette, you're going to be diverted off this area. So officers have been here since around 1 o'clock this morning. They'll continue to be here. You'll want to avoid this area. We don't know, no one else was injured. By the way, nobody else was killed other than this man in his 30s. They haven't released his name. They have not released where he is from. But we do know that this is an extensive scene here in Idaho Falls, and it will be, I imagine, for some hours. So you'll want to avoid the area as long as you can, or until they open things up. That's the latest from here. I'm Nate Eaton reporting. We have a full report on EastIdahoNews.com. If you want to go read it, you can find out what we know. It appears that there are still guests inside the Candlewood Suites. Obviously, they would have been sleeping when this whole incident unfolded. I don't know. Let me see. Turn this back around. there are officers coming and going from the hotel, and I don't know if I see any actual guests who are coming and going. It looks like there might be a few. But avoid this area. We will post updates as soon as we can. This is Capitol and Pancheri. You can see traffic being diverted onto Capitol. And then down at Rolandet and 17th Street, traffic is being diverted away from the area. And then at Yellowstone, if you're on Yellowstone either direction, you're going to be diverted off. One man dead. A major investigation underway by the Critical Incident Task Force. That's the task force that comes in whenever there's a major incident involving an officer, a shooting. They bring in outside parties, outside departments, so that there's no conflict of interest or anything like that. And what they do is they investigate it from top to bottom and try to figure out what happened. They do interviews. They review body camera footage. We would assume that the officers involved in this were wearing body cameras, so we should eventually be able to see that footage and see what unfolded. They talk to witnesses. They talk to other people that may have seen things. Zoom in here. Looks like there's a bunch of officers there looking through the parking lot. And then they release their findings and turn it over to the prosecutor's office. In this case, it will be the Bingham County Prosecutor's Office who will investigate, or who will determine whether charges should be filed, whether protocols were followed, and whatnot. Alrighty, I think that I'll sign off for now. We will keep you posted all day long when we get information. We have not heard if there will be a news conference later today to discuss what happened here. It's likely they could hold a news conference. If so, we will broadcast it live. We'll carry it for you live. Otherwise, we'll continue to post updates on the situation. Stay tuned and avoid the area if possible. Take care.